What's up YouTube, AUTOCON360 here back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars S.H.Figuarts Darth Maul. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, let me just start off by saying that if you are not at least 15, then this video is not for you, because this video is intended for the age limit on the box and the adult collector community, which the age limit on the box is 15 plus, so if you don't meet that demographic, then it's time for you to leave, because I'm not getting hit with a $42,000 fine. So, with that being said, let's take a closer look at Darth Maul's box, and then we'll take a closer look at his accessories, and we'll take a closer look at him. Here we have Darth Maul's box with his silver trim around, indicating that it's a prequel figure. We have Darth Maul written right here, nice gold lettering for the words there. Tamashii Nations and Bandai. A nice image of Darth Maul there on the side. Do have a nice metallic background here, which is pretty cool. Nice image of Maul there. More images of Maul, Darth Maul. More legalese and stuff. 15 plus. Darth Maul, Star Wars, your winning lottery numbers and whatnot. And then on the side here, Star Wars and your Tamashii Nation stamp of approval. So let's go ahead here and get this thing cracked open, and we'll take a closer look at Darth Maul's accessories. And of course, before we take a look at his accessories, we're going to take a look at his instruction sheet, just showing you how many different hands you have, how to swap out the lightsaber blades, and the different heads, as well as the hands for the different lightsabers. And then here we have all Darth Maul's accessories. We have 2 heads, 4 sets of hands, 3 lightsaber hilts, I guess, and then 2 blades. So let's take a closer look at those head sculpts first, and then we'll take a closer look at everything else. Here we have his neutral head here. Nice paintwork on the horns. Could have gone a little bit further down on that one, but not too bad. Nice yellow eyes. Nice deep red on the face. I wish it was a little bit brighter, which that is something that's a little inconsistent between the 2 head sculpts. The second head, which we'll look at it in a second, is a little bit of a brighter red, which this is a little bit of a darker red, so I don't quite understand that, but it's definitely something that I noticed. And he does, of course, have his earring right there. Nice and cool. Then here we have his gritting teeth head. You can see that his teeth are painted gold, which is cool, nice and yucky looking. Nice molding on the face, nice paintwork, look pretty cool. Again, nice painting on the spikes and the eyes. Does still have his earrings. And like I said, it is definitely noticeable that these are 2 different color reds. I'm not sure why it was done, but it happened. This also looks like it's a different pattern entirely for the forehead, which I never noticed before. So definitely strange. Could just be the way it was decorated on. Who knows? Because even that is different from that over there. So who knows? It could just be based directly on an image because they were a little inconsistent on how they painted Ray Park's face. So who knows? But still cool nonetheless. And then in terms of hands, you get 2 fists, which are nicely molded. They do have wrinkles on them for the gloves. Got 2 relaxed hands, 2 single blade lightsaber holding hands, and then 2 double bladed lightsaber holding hands. And then of course you do have a signature double bladed lightsaber. Nice silver, nice paint on all the buttons. Looks really cool. Definitely awesome lightsaber. And then here we have his 2 halves of his hilt, just as equally detailed. I do like that the ring is still there, which I think is awesome. But I don't understand why he has 2. He should only have 1, because of course he never just straight up used the 2 halves of the lightsaber because he lost 1. So I'm not quite sure why it comes with 1 or why it comes with 2. Should just be 1. But whatever, it's still nice to include the other anyway. And then the blades are just 2 pieces of translucent plastic. Cool. And of course, if you ever collected S.H.Figuarts before, then you know the risk going very simply, because it's just a simple ball joint. And you probably also know that the heads go on just as easily, because it's also just a ball joint. Just really spiky. Be careful. And his short lightsabers are meant for the completely closed out hands, so they just slide right in, like so. Looking pretty cool. Definitely really short. And the blade just pegs right on top of that. Boom. And then his double-bladed lightsaber goes into the hands with the more open grip. I do wish it was a completely solid grip though. Maybe the lightsaber split in two or something, because this is not a firm grip all the time. Like if you get it just right, it will stay in there tight, but it's definitely not as tight as I would like it to be, especially on the left hand. That's definitely a much looser fit in there, or well, more loose fit in there, because it does actually weeble back and forth or wobble back and forth. But again, the blades do just simply plug into the ends. I think so. And actually, I hadn't tried this hand at all yet, so I'm glad that at least this hand does hold it securely. But that left hand, it just wobbles back and forth. So, very cool. And there we go. There we have Darth Maul all together and ready to go. So let's take a closer look at everything here. The detail on this figure is just incredible. All of the fabric pieces for his robes they're molded with a texture that makes them just look like fabric. I don't know how well it's going to come across here, but it is just incredible how well these are molded. There's no wash or anything on the figure. Maybe a slight wash on some of the wrinkles, but not a lot. But I mean, it's just an incredibly detailed sculpt. This piece here is a separate piece. You can see my finger through there. All of these skirt pieces are separate so that he can get some good movement out of there. Just really well done. Even under his tunic here, again, nice molded wrinkles there in the pants. Again, that possible wash on some of those wrinkles. Now, I wouldn't recommend keeping his legs spread too much because these may firm up over time because they are kind of slow to go down and fall back into place. So I'm not sure how these hold up over time if they get stuck in position like a lot of Marvel Legends shoulder covers on Iron Man figures. So I've been kind of wary about it, but I mean, it's just an incredible figure. And I've also never noticed these details in his boots before. That's amazing that they're there, because I've literally never seen that in the movie before, and I've seen the Phantom Menace probably 100 times. But yeah, a really great figure. So happy to have it. An interesting piece here is that he does actually split at the waist. It's just a ball joint there, but this is because the speeder bike accessory, which of course is sold separately, that comes with a different bottom skirt piece that's more flowing so that he can sit on the bike, which I just thought was interesting that he splits in half so you can completely recreate that scene from Phantom Menace, and he just simply just goes right back together. But yeah, really cool. In terms of articulation, his neck is a ball hinge like most Figuarts figures, so he does get some good up and down, some good up, some good down, and a little bit of tilt in there. And then his neck is also on a ball joint, of course. The shoulders are on a butterfly, which is on a ball joint, so you do get some forward and backward movement as well as some up and down on that ball joint. You do, of course, get a little bit of outward on the universal joint at the shoulder. We'll give full 360. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have double joint elbows, which only gets you that far movement, which is a little, it sucks a little bit, but not too bad. Do also have a swivel there. I do have a slight swivel there at the bottom of that joint as well. Your wrists, of course, are on a ball joint, which is also on a hinge, so you can orient that hinge however you wish. Change your axis of movement. Your waist, of course, is on a ball joint. It is a bit limited due to the belt piece, though, so we get a little bit forward, not a lot back. Your hips they are your typical drop-down Figuarts hips, so they will drop down just a little bit. It still doesn't get you a lot of out, but enough, in my opinion. You do get a little bit of swivel in there too. Do have a big meaty knee joint here, and that's good range. And of course your feet are on a ball joint, so you do get some tilt out of that, some forward, some back, and of course you do have a toe joint as well. And for comparison, now I don't have any other Star Wars S.H.Figuarts figures. I bought this guy because he popped up in stock on Big Bad Toy Store, and I'm a huge Darth Maul fan. So I immediately hit pre-order. So that's why I have this guy. But I will compare him to some other live-action S.H.Figuarts figures that I own. Here he is with the Hulk. Comes up to about his ab crunch. Here he is with Batman, who is actually quite a bit taller than Darth Maul, which is interesting. Here he is with another man who has mastered multiple martial arts, Jason David Frank, aka the White Ranger. And then just because, here he is with the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool and the Mafex Deadpool. And there you go. There you have the Star Wars S.H.Figuarts Darth Maul, looking amazing as always. Now, this guy is a little hard to find right now. Probably the only place you'll be able to find him is eBay. So unfortunately, I can't link you to anywhere you can get him right now. Maybe check Hobby Link Japan. I didn't check there before, so they might have them in stock. But yeah, pretty cool, but not without his disappointments. Like mine came with this left hand that is a little loosey-goosey right out of the box, so I'll definitely have to heat that up, especially now seeing how tight the right hand is. So I'll definitely heat that up and get it fixed so that it will hold this a bit tighter, because that bugs the hell out of me. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like, go ahead and share it with your family and friends, subscribe for more, turn on the bell for notifications, and of course I will link my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram in the description below so that you can follow me there for more information and also just see what I'm up to. And of course, as always, I'm AUTOCON360. This is the Star Wars S.H.Figuarts Darth Maul, and as always, I'm saying laters.